So we have moved our chickens from the this container here where we were keeping them inside because it had been cool at night. So it would be very cold at night, and they're not really cold, but too cool for them. Move back and let us see the chickens. This is a ferret cage I had my ferrets in long before my son was born, and it's been in storage now for quite a few years, and we just kind of dusted it off and repurposed it for the chickens. We have 12 chickens in all. This is our first time keeping chickens, so it's a very new experience for us, and we would like to introduce you to the different types of chickens that we're keeping. Of course, when we were keeping them in this container here, we kept the large ones in one container and the smaller ones in another container, separate, because they will kill each other when they're small. Now, these have at least got a few feathers on them, and plus this is a new enclosure, so it's very new to them, so they're very distracted. We've been sitting out here with them, making sure that we didn't have any problems with the small ones being with the larger ones. Our oldest ones are black Astrolofts. Nathaniel, want to pull them out for us?
This one?
You can pull it out.
Right.
They were
big one right here.
They were the same size, but oddly enough, one began to mature more quickly than the other. These are all chickens. They're all females, also referred to as pullets. We don't have any roosters. That one on top is a golden buff Orloff. We have 3, but that's our largest one. We have
2 golden buffs.
We have 3 total. That large one up above.
Oh, yeah.
When we got the large one, we actually bought 4 golden Orloffs, and they 2 of them died before we even got to the house. I don't really know why, except they were having problems, I guess. And then the other one, like I said, we never have kept chickens before, and my son is 13, and he decided to give them a bath, and the black Astrolofts began to peck him because he did look quite funny being wet, and in short, before we could notice what was happening, they had literally pecked him to the point he was bloody, and he did die. I did try to rescue him, but he did die the next morning. We also have, they're next to the oldest is the Americanas. We've got 2 Americanas down below. I don't know if you can get to them, Nathaniel.
No.
Miguel?
No. They're escaping.
No. Our babies are getting out. Come back here. There we go. Bunny. Come on out. Say hello. This one we call Runaway because it does love to run away, and it's very hard to get a hold of. Let's get a close-up of her. That's one of our Americanas. The Americanas are an interesting breed in that they all look very different from one another. They don't have any special markings, but this one is, I think, a very beautiful bird.
Their
I
heads
don't-
may look the same.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's, I don't know, something about her reminds me something cross between an eagle and a quail. She's got some beautiful wings on her, some
Oh,
beautiful
she still has
colorations.
She still has a little hair on her.
Little down pieces. Yeah, she's not fully grown yet, of course. None of our chickens are grown yet. Let's see. And we have one tiny Americana. There's another Americana down below. You can show her show them what the other one looks like. She looks very different from that one. We call her Fawn.
She's more.
But you can see she's really, her colors are very different. And, but she is also an Americana. We got her at the same time. And they pretty much are the same size. Got a lot of down on her. Each bird is very different from the other. Show them the very tiny one that we have up there. This is our third Americana. This is the baby. We just got her this past week. Let's see, it's about 4 days ago. And she's quite lovely. She's very pretty. I like to call her Owl because if you turn around so she's looking face on to the camera maybe. She, I don't know, she just, to me, kind of had an owly looking face. But anyway. It's a very pretty little bird. Then we also have the brown, the Isa Brown, that's ISA. I cannot recall the acronym for that, but it's like a institute that they made this bird, is my understanding, in a test tube. It is built to really produce eggs. It's also supposed to be a very friendly bird. But they usually, where most chickens live to be about 5 years old, this one will probably only live to be about 3 years old. Because they produce eggs so rapidly that it takes away from their overall nutrition and health. And I hope to try and do the best I can in keeping them healthy, but that is what the write-up that I read on them says, is that they're overall not a very healthy bird, and that it would be lucky if I got them to age 3. Alright, the next birds that we got, the same time we got the Isa Browns, were the Coach. And this is a really interesting chicken. It's kind of like a showy chicken in that he has hairy feet. I just really thought that was unusual. My son liked the hairy feet, and we had not come across any for sale that were like this, and so this just looked really interesting to us, and so we thought we'd give him a try. These are a very friendly bird. If you're looking for a pet, they make good pet chickens. They're very loving type animals. So are the golden buff Orloffs. They are also known for their lovingness, being very loving birds. And they'll come up and they'll they'll call to us and they'll want to be held. Here she comes. See how they just come up to you and they want to be held? They just love the attention. So if you really want a bird that you can hold and love on, of course you've got to have a gentle hand. These really make good companion animals. But as a general rule, they only live to be about 5 years old. And they do produce eggs. So they're considered a good egg producer. I don't think that's going to work. Can't go through there. We got this dog food bowl that we're using as a water bowl for the chickens, and since they've gotten older, it works pretty good. Before, we were actually using the lid off of a peanut butter container. We put some marbles in it, and we still use it when we separate them and bring them in at night, because it does still get cool at night, and the small ones can't take the cool air. And we do have to keep the room that we keep them in warmer than what most people consider comfortable, because they just can't handle 70-degree weather or temperatures. All of our chickens are quite loving creatures. Some breeds are more loving than others. But they do become attached to you because, you know, you are their caregiver, and of course we have to clean out their enclosures daily. If you're not looking to clean out their enclosure daily, then you would have to prepare them more of a farm style outdoor